Hello, Jeremy here. This episode will add in the typing effect to the text typer program, so that it'll look like the text was being typed in by a person. So let's get to it. I'm going to open up Emacs so we can have the text typer program all there. So here we go. Okay, so what I want to do is make it look like each individual letter is being typed in by a person. So we need to add a delay and advance the character, and then print out the character. So what I want to do is get an individual character per frame right now. So it seems like the easiest thing to do. So, what we're going to do here. So instead of rendering a whole string, we're just going to render the character that we're on. So we can do that. Let me show the basis of it in the REPL. Going back to the command line. Load up Python. So we have a string. There we go. There. But we also want a bunch of them. So let's make 2 of them. Test. Okay, now we have S of 0 will show you hey there. And then you want an individual character, you index that character. Like this. Y. So that's how you get them individually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a character index here. The character index we can consider set up here. I have a line index. So we left it like this. This is going to be funny. Let's just show it. Leave it like this. Go back. Oh wait, I'm not showing the Emacs. Gotta do that. So here, that's what I added. I added this character index here to look up the character, and then I added it here to set it to 0. Alright, so to show what this does right now, it's going to be funny. I'm going to show you restart the text typer and show you what's going on. So go here, put out of this, click episode or .text. And here, first character of the line. Hello. Jeremy here is what that should be. And then, no, I'm not in the program. So then it tried to access the blank line. So what happened is, I'll show you. So we had the lines or something like this. Hello, German here, and then there was an empty line, and then some other stuff. So we went lines of 1. That's an empty string. So if you try to index it, and it's empty, it does nothing. So that's the problem. So we can't render a character when there's no characters to render. What that means is we need to go back to the program. So there's two problems that are happening right now. It's only printing the first character of the line, and if there's no characters in the line, it has a problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this, cut it out, go here and say what the character is this. If we have a character, we go ahead and we render the character, bullet it, okay, that's going to be a little bit different. Well, let's just do it like this is for now. So I want to know if this is redrawing, if this is going to the next line yet. So it hasn't gone. So it's possible to, before it was, since we were doing lines of text, like whole strings that were aligned, we could assume that every time we draw a line that we want to go to the next line on the screen. So we just added to this. But we actually aren't doing that yet. So what we need to know is we need to know what character we're drawing, and if the line has advanced. So yeah, I think we need to do new character here. And a new line. Yeah, I think so. I think that's correct. So maybe we can do this a little bit differently. Because we are controlling it a little bit differently. So once we draw the character, we say new character was false. Let's say new was false. Okay, so for this line, text.getHeight will return the height of the text. Now, this may not work. We may have to update the code a little bit to change out the line height. But I'm going to keep this for now and see if it breaks. If it breaks, I know why it breaks. It will break because the characters are different heights. Like a G is a different height than an I. Or an A. A G and an A are different heights. But it's a mono-space font, so maybe they're all the same height. But we'll keep it like this because this is easier, but if we get a problem, we'll go ahead and fix that. Okay, so So what I want to do, I actually want to set the character here that we're dealing with, and have it update down here. So new line here. And then do characters here. So give character so if we're able to look up a character, we want to say character is true. And we need to be able to update the character index every frame. So let's do that. Character index plus equals 1. So every frame it's going to come here. It's going to get a new character and update it. So what we should do is actually do a try. Try to do this. If we get an exception, index error. That's okay, we'll pass. If you do a new line, we need to set the character index back to the beginning. So we go all the way to the end of the line, and then we then we do a next line, and then we move the character index back to the beginning, so we can start in the beginning of the next line. Okay, so this try block, this is a feature of Python where you can try to do something. So in this case, we're trying to access this character on the line. If we get an index error, this exception block will happen. And then when we do that, we're going to just pass, which means do nothing. So actually, we're going to set the character to nothing. So this will allow us to. Okay, so if we can get the character, we can advance it. If we get some sort of error advancing it, we're going to set the character to nothing. So yeah, so that if there's a character, the character is nothing, this is false. So let's show that. I'm going to say character equals nothing. Oh, I'm using, I don't have alt habits by heart. Single quotes are also a way to make strings. So you can do quotes like this, or quotes like this. It's just another way to make a string. Python supports both. In languages like C, there's an actual distinguish between quotes, single quotes and double quotes, but in Python there's no difference. Okay, so if we have a character like that, and we do, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the if statement. If character print true else false. So if the character is empty, it's considered a false. You can also do this, cast as a bool, to see that it's false. So when you say, I want to treat the character as a Boolean, an empty string is considered a false. So when you use that in an if statement, it's like saying if false. So the else clause will be executed. All right, so that is what we're doing here. So if there's some error looking at the character, we'll set it to 0. We'll set it to empty string, and then this will not say new character. So that you got that, and then this sets up the character to be printed up here. Yep. And then if there's a new line, we update the line. So when we print the next character, it'll be at the proper height. So this should work, but it should be really fast. And let's see how it doesn't work. Beautiful. All right, let's run it. Okay. Let's see the problem. Invalid syntax. Aha! Character. There we go. It actually draws something. Okay, so what I messed up was this. This was gone. I didn't have it. I cut it out of there and I forgot to put picture here. So there we go. Go back to the repo. New character reference before assignment. Sweet. New character equals. Let's make it true. So we get it printed out. So that'll make it print out the first character in the beginning. So let's see this. Alright, new line reference before assignment. Let's look at the new line. So what this local variable new line reference before assignment is saying is that it wasn't defined before I tried to access it. So saying that this variable called new line didn't exist and I'm trying to access it, try to get a value from it, trying to read it, and that's a problem. So what we do is we go to Emacs and we change, this was new text. And I got to get better at paying attention to what you guys can see versus what I can see. So here's new text, and then I made it new line, like that. So new line, new character. Cool. Okay, so save that out. Go back to the command line and excellent. Cool. Let's pull that up so you can see what happened. So you can see here that they're all scrunched on the same x coordinate. So you have all the letters kind of in the same place. Let's see if the enter actually works though, and it will crunch them all in the next line. Yep. Cool. All right, there's a problem there that we can fix. So what we need to do is we need to go to Unix and the text type of program in Unix. A note on editors, use whatever editor you want and get good at it. And range on editors. Okay, so like we have this line height here, we want a position. So we want character position equals 0. So when we draw the character, we want to set the character position. The position is fine. And this needs to be character position. And character text. Let's do that. Now, I probably should call line height character Y. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to become character Y. This is the character's Y position. Do that here. Cool. And then we have to go ahead and update character Y. And of course, we have to update the character X. Get 6, I believe. So this will increment the next position on the screen by the width of the font, the character we just rendered with the font. All right, so it should work, right? We need to reset character Y and get a new line. This character Y. Oh, no, that's fine. My index is fine. Actually. Do character X equals 5. So we need to reset it back to the beginning, of course. So this is indexing, this is getting back to the index of the array, and this is getting back to the left-hand side of the screen. And that should be it. Go ahead and run it. Sweet. All right. Item. Yeah, line index was missing. All right, that was a typo. Try again. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Okay. That's pretty funny. All right, let's look at the program and see why that's happening. So it's drawing before it's updated. So you want to do the new line first. So if there is a new line, you want to do that first. I think that'll help. Okay, let's see if that works for us. And then again. Ooh. Okay. So we haven't rendered a character. You can't get the height of that rendering. Okay, so Yeah, we can't use text.getHeight. So we'll just try this. Try to do it. Accept unbound local error. Yep. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay, so we got that working out well. Very cool. Actually, looks pretty good right now. I was going to add in a custom delay, but I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna stop the episode there, and have a good day.